Today, we will talk about how to compost indoors. Let's have a look at the details. Composting reduces your trash output and helps your plants grow faster. But it can be difficult if you don't have a big yard. You can compost indoors no matter how small your space is using compost containers, worm composting, or the Bokashi method. Each of them can help you live a greener lifestyle. The first method is composting with an indoor bin. Find a container for your compost. For a basic indoor compost bin, you don't need anything fancy. Any sturdy, closable container will do. Drill holes in the bottom of your container. Put the container on a tray. You'll need a tray under your composter to catch any liquid draining from the container. You don't want that on your floor. Store your composter. You can put your composter anywhere, but it's best to keep it somewhere out of the way to prevent accidental turnovers. Add a layer of soil to your composter. The thickness of the layer depends on how big your composter is. A good rule of thumb is to use a layer of soil about 1/4 as thick as the depth of your container. Put shredded newspaper on top of the soil. The shredded paper helps absorb excess liquid and helps speed up the composting process. Save your food scraps. Mix the scraps with shredded newspaper. Add the mixture to the composter. Mix the compost and add new soil once a week. Wait at least a week after your composter is filled. Add your compost to your garden or houseplants. The second method is making a worm composter. Gather your supplies. Worm composting is a bit more complicated than the standard method, so you'll need a few more things. A plastic bin with a lid. A second plastic bin, shorter and wider than the first bin. A drill. Screen material. Waterproof glue. Shredded newspaper. 1 pound of dirt. A spray bottle full of water. A trowel or scoop. A small container with a lid, about 1 gallon. 1 pound of worms, either red wrigglers or earthworms. Drill holes in the taller bin. Cover the holes with screen material. Put the tall bin inside the short bin. Mix the soil, paper, and water. Put the mixture in the tall bin. Add your worms and wait for a week. Add food scraps once a week. Drain the outside bin monthly. Start feeding the worms on one side of the bin for at least 2 weeks. Scoop out the compost from the other side of the bin. Use your compost on your garden or houseplants. You can spread this compost directly on your soil. If you want to plant new seeds, make sure they're in the soil and not the compost. And the third method is using the Bokashi method. Gather your supplies. You'll need a few things to get started with the Bokashi process: a medium to large tarp, at least 5 feet, a 5-gallon bucket with a siphon, an airtight container that can hold at least 5 gallons, a spray bottle with a funnel, 10 pounds of organic wheat bran, 3.17 gallons of warm water, 1 cup molasses, 1 cup effective microbes, or M. You can buy M online or at some specialty garden stores. Mix the molasses, M, and warm water. Spread the bran out on the tarp. Spray the water mixture onto the bran. Mix the water and bran. Pour the bran mixture into your airtight container. Let the mixture sit for 1 month. Dry the mixture on the tarp. Save your scraps. Spread the scraps in a bucket. Layer the bran mixture over the scraps. Make sure the food layer is completely covered by the bran. Seal the bucket for 2 weeks. Mix the Bokashi with the soil. Once you've waited a few weeks, you're ready to use your compost. Most compost sits on top of the soil, but Bokashi should be underground because it's so acidic. Let the Bokashi sit for at least 2 weeks. Plant your plants. You can plant directly in the container, or you can scoop out the Bokashi in soil and transfer it to smaller planters. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you like our videos.